was born in Guinea, in a small town called Bouquet. I lived there with my family till I was about 11. Then I moved to Senegal, a country nearby. And I stayed there till I was about 18. Then I came to London. So I found myself really quickly on the streets of London, alone with nothing, no money, nowhere to sleep, and yeah, just alone on the streets.
I've lived in Christian community for 37 years. I come from a background of socialism, Marxism, workers' revolution. My parents were members of the Communist Party. I came to this church to put a friend of mine off because he'd become a Christian. I didn't think that was very good, didn't think much of that. And I just found that God did something in me which really surprised me and changed my whole life. That was when I was 20.
I'm Steve-O. Sorry, what was I going to say? I'm Steve-O and I'm living in a community house. Start again.
My name's Thea. I live in a Christian community house in Coventry. I found that living in community means that I'm not caught up in the rat race of having to work harder to pay more bills, to do all the things I want to do. But instead I found that I have everything that I need and see God's provision in many ways, and there's a real contentment in being grateful to God for what He's provided.
Coming to this church and finding a community church brought refreshing to my own Christian life, a whole new anointing to my life of this is radical Christianity and this is what I want to live for. It was totally consuming. A passion entered my life that has never left me.
Okay, we'll do this one. This is it, yeah? Okay.
Some people come in and say, hey, you got no telly. But I mean, it would be crazy to have a telly because there's so much goes on in the household, and people come in and they find home and they find enjoyment, they find laughter.
And when I was about 17, I really chose it for myself. There was a point I decided, a bit like Steve, I didn't want to be anywhere else. This was my life, and I loved it. And then more recently, I've realised that it's not so much for me, but for other people. I'm there because I want other people to have that security. I want other people to have that space to find who they are.
One day I was looking for food out of a bin. A homeless guy approached me, asked me if I wanted some food. I said yes. He said, well, there was a place called the London Jesus Center where I could go. There was something really different about them. They had some kind of air about them. They were quite nice and really understanding with people. Just even people they didn't know at all, they didn't even know me, but they were still, it's like they really loved me. And I didn't really get it, but it was quite amazing. Especially when you're on the street and no one really cares about you. And then you find people that really, really give themselves to you.